You know that feeling when something is just off? Like a chill running down your spine in a room that should be warm? That's exactly what I felt when I reviewed the security footage from my coffee shop last Tuesday. It was a quiet night, the kind where you can hear the hum of the fridge louder than your own thoughts. I remember locking up meticulously, as always, double-checking the doors before heading upstairs to my apartment above the shop. But when I pressed play on the footage, my heart skipped a beat. There I was, clear as day, serving a customer at 2 a.m., hours after I knew I'd secured everything. In the footage, the customer was obscured by the shadowy corners of the cafe, but my own face was unmistakable. I watched myself pour coffee, exchange pleasantries, and even nod at something the unseen patron said. But here's the thing, I have no memory of any of it. I tried to rationalize it, maybe it was an old recording, a glitch. But the timestamp was undeniably recent. I found myself spiraling, desperate for answers, so much so that I barely noticed the subtle changes around me. The air felt denser, the shadows darker, as if the very walls were closing in. Then, things started to get stranger. The coffee shop was always a haven for me, a sanctuary from the chaos of the world. But as the days went by, I started hearing whispers, like conversations I couldn't quite make out, echoing from the corners of the shop. Objects moved when I wasn't looking, just slightly, enough to make me question my sanity. My reflection in the cafe's windows seemed to lag, staring back at me a moment too long, with a smirk that didn't match my own expression. I was living in a waking dream, trapped in a loop of unease, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. The climax came when I decided to stay late one night, determined to confront whatever was happening. As the clock ticked towards 2 a.m., the air grew colder, and every instinct screamed at me to run. But I stood my ground, watching the clock, waiting. And then, as the hand struck the hour, there I was again, stepping out from the shadows behind the counter. But this time, I was the customer, and the me behind the counter? It whispered something I'll never forget. Finally, you ready to see? The lights flickered, and the cafe was silent once more, leaving me alone with the terrifying realization that I was both the server and the served, trapped in a loop of my own making.